Hello, friends. This is Helen from Jerusalem. Welcome to our Middle East weekly meeting, Middle East Vigil meeting. It's such a privilege and heartfelt feeling to be together week after week in this service work. Today, Efrat will not be with us because it's the festival of the Tabernacle, Sukkot, a Jewish festival, and she will be with her family. I just came back from my family. So we are getting close to the full moon of Libra. And I'm very much connected with the keynote. I choose the way that leads between the two great lines of force. Yeah, two great lines of force. Today there are now at this moment talks in Egypt between the Hamas and the Israelis in an attempt to end the war and release hostages from Gaza and prisoners from Israel and stop the killing. And of course, talking of the future of Gaza and of Palestine, if possible. Yes, the two great lines of force, balance, coming together in goodwill, maybe shaking hands, maybe, inshallah. So let us send there in Egypt where they're meeting light of will to communicate and send light to the will to look at each other with the respect and acknowledgement that we deserve as humans. Yeah, they did it in Ireland at the time where the situation seemed impossible to solve. So it can be done in the Middle East, it can be done in Europe, in Ukraine. It is all extremely hard to face, and sometimes it's easier to keep on fighting. For those in a position of advantage who have the most to lose, once people start picking at politics, prolonging the war can feel safer than negotiating a peace. So let us be with those who are attempting to negotiate a peace. And let us create the safe space that humanity deserves to hold. The safe space that we as humanity deserve. So we can hold this possible reconciliation or rapprochement or détente. And and send light to the best of all involved. Over to you, Uta.
Indeed, Helen. Thank you. It's unbelievable how every day such crucial things are happening. So we are always right on time to do this work. So indeed, let us link in to what is happening right now. Okay, so let us settle into our body. Breathing into the inner silence. Touching base with our heart. The deep heart between the shoulder blades, where will and love unites. Standing in the will to love, purified in harmlessness. Our mental forces are coming, collecting in the center of the head. And from here we are expanding into a planetary perspective. Standing as the soul in incarnation, in the will to equilibrium. Visualize ourselves coming together, being in a sphere of pure light. Linking with each other, heart to heart, mind to mind, soul to soul. We are part of the Ajna center of the planet, where we are in vibrational resonance with all soul-guided servers around the world. Standing calm here, we take our place between the two great lines of force. As a magnet of stability and balance, as a group. And together we turn our eyes now towards humanity. Getting a sense of this planetary field of humanity. In great intensity. And focusing in now on the Middle East region. Getting a sense of Israel. And of what is slated to be the state of Palestine. And all the other nations and ethnic and religious groups in the Middle East. Realizing that this is a pressure zone. Also between two great lines of force. Observing this intense planetary vortex. Where some of humanity's oldest karmic issues are playing out, and in turn affecting the whole of humanity. Just let us witness this in this wider planetary context. And sense the focus of the world attention on this vortex, intensifying the charge. The huge forces put in motion, the pressure on the politicians, the decision makers. Let's take a few moments to hold in our awareness the intense dynamics around the current peace efforts within this orbit of the Libra full moon. Just holding space for it. We are coming into vibrational resonance with our ashramic co-workers. Sensing their protective presence and their much wider perspective. We stand with them in silence, holding this field of clarity and balance for the Middle East as an act of the will to peace. We know that the peace will be brought about by the relinquishing of old, outworn forms, thought forms and claims and narrow identities. And by the awakening of the heart and of the soul consciousness. So let us invoke the Lords of Liberation to help us in this work of evoking the soul light in humanity and forging together a path for the saving force on our planet. Let the Lords of Liberation issue forth. Let them bring succor to humanity. Let the rider from the secret place come forth, and coming save. Come forth, Almighty One. Let the souls of men awaken to the light, and may they stand with massed intent. Let the fiat of the Lord go forth, the end of woe has come. Come forth, Almighty One. The hour of service of the saving force has now arrived. Let it be spread abroad, Almighty One. Let light and love and power and death fulfill the purpose of the coming one. The will to save is here. The love to carry forth the work is widely spread abroad. The active aid of all who know the truth is also here. Come forth, Almighty One, and blend these three. Construct a great defending wall. The rule of evil now must end. See and sense a shaft of pure golden white light, broad and brilliant, flood West Asia. See a huge column of light pouring through all planes. Hold this column steady in the will to peace. See soul light flooding the mental plane of the Middle East. See soul light pouring into the astral plane of the Middle East. See soul light pouring into the etheric physical plane of the Middle East, penetrating into the earth. Pouring into the old imprisoning patterns of separativeness, still lingering there. Visualize the saving force spreading all over the entire Middle East, into each nation, each ethnic and religious group. a saving force for all our relations, for the highest good of all. Let us visualize the principle of the highest good of all, gradually and steadily establishing itself as a guideline for solving karmic knots, for negotiating, in all conflicts. The principle of the highest good of all as a guideline. Let's put our will behind that. And anchor it in the Middle East as we sound the great invocation in Hebrew and in Arabic. And visualize it spreading all over the planet. מנקודת האור אשר בדעת אל, יזרום האור אל דעת האדם, ירד האור אל פני האדמה. מנקודת האהבה אשר בלב האל, תזרום האהבה אל לבבות אנוש. ישוב מורה עולם אל פני האדמה. מהמרכז שבו נודע רצון האל, תנחה תכלית את רצונות אדם, תכלית אותה מורי האנושות יודעים ומשרתים. מהמרכז אשר נקרא המין האנושי, תוגשם תוכנית האהבה והאור, ויחתם הפתח אל הרע. יהי רצון ויחדשו, אור, אהבה, עוצמה, את התוכנית על פני האדמה. אמן.
من نقطة النور في العقل الإلهي ليشع النور في عقول الناس وليهبط النور إلى الأرض. من نقطة الحب في القلب الإلهي ليتسرب الحب إلى قلوب الناس وليرجع معلم الكون إلى الأرض. من المركز الذي تعرف منها إرادة الله لتقود الغاية إرادة الناس البسيطة، تلك الغاية التي يدركها المعلمون ويخدمونها. من المركز الذي نضم بالجنس البشري لينتج تسمين الحب والنور ويختم على الباب الذي يقيم به الشر، ليجدد النور والحب والقوة، التسمين على الأرض. الله أمين.